Adventure in Pipeman on W4CY Radio.
Welcome to Rockville. North America's largest rock festival is finally here.
This is the Pipeman here on the Adventures of Pipeman, W4CY Radio at Welcome to Rockville, and I'm here with...
I'm Sebastian.
I'm Maddie. I'm Graham. I'm London.
And we are Return to Dust.
Nice. So, how's it feel to be back?
It's cool. It's hot. I'm excited. We play tomorrow, but I'm excited personally. I love playing festivals. Festivals are always so fun. They treat us so well. Matthew?
Oh, yeah, I'm super excited. Sonic Temple was insane last week, so if it's anything like that, then it'll be amazing. And if I know of, like, Florida, it's just going to be, like, _2 craziness, so I'm sure it'll be great.
It probably will.
We're going to put Graham in the audience. We're going to give Graham as, like, a sacrifice
Nice.
to the audience.
They'll like it here.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
In fact, I think they ate one of the guar dudes because we're Floridians.
Oh, yeah.
And they were kind of pissed off that they decapitated Trump, so they all, took him.
Did they do that?
No, it's a joke. Because
I wouldn't be
we're in
surprised
Florida and everybody, thinks Trump is Jesus Christ, and they do. Guar does decapitate Trump on stage.
Badass.
That's awesome.
I did an interview with them the other day, and I didn't even talk about it. I just mentioned the name Trump and DeSantis, our governor, and they took the ball and ran with it. So, what's been going on since last time we talked? I know you have a new video out, so let's talk about that.
Yeah, we got a new single out with the video, and we've been on tour for the past month and a half, and we're just promoting the music, going out there, playing as many shows. We literally wrapped around the United States once, all the way through Canada, and all the way back down, and we're at the bottom of the States again. And
thanks for coming to Florida, because nobody wants to come here.
I've heard that, because it's such a drive down here. It's hard for bands to make it down here. But yeah, it's nice whenever it works out with the touring schedule and we're able to come all the way down here. This is our second time in Florida. It's because Rockville was the first time last year. Yeah, I'm excited to be back.
And you excited about that you got to drive on the Speedway again?
Yes. I think London's going to he's going to drop in from the Speedway or something like that.
I'm going to talk to you about that, because I don't remember if we talked about that last year, did we? So I brought my skateboard again. What are you going to do with your skateboard here? I promise I'll make sure nobody hears this so they don't take your artist pass.
We got to keep this under wraps, but I'm going to jump off the little barrier into the Speedway track.
Nice.
Off my board. I saw someone do it last year, the guy from the Chats, the drummer. I don't know his name, but that was
really
awesome. Yeah, I saw it in person. Yeah. After we play, so nothing happens.
So you got to top that, and you have to go to the top of the vertical wall and do a drop-in off that.
You're right.
Yeah, you gotta get pulled in by a car at full speed. On the
like surfing big waves, okay? You could have somebody pull you up, and then you, like it's the skateboard ramp, except they pull you all the way up full speed, 80, because you have to go 80 miles per hour. So they pull you up 80 miles per hour, and you just have to do a backflip back onto the track.
I might be able to pull it off.
I think so, too. Yeah. And you could have Wayne and Garth announcing it for you.
Oh, yeah, that'll be perfect. Yeah, party on.
Nice. Let's go down to him.
Yeah, dude. Well, you were kind of asking...
Buddy Graham.
Graham!
Yeah!
You were just kind of asking what's up, what's going on. I think Maddie mentioned we just got off a tour. We have a bunch of really exciting tours coming up this year. We go out with Billy Corgan in June. I think it's his first tour with his solo project that he's doing, the Machines of God.
That's very cool.
Yeah. So that'll be a really fun one. Hitting most of the East Coast. And then we go out with Breaking Ben and 3 Days Grace in the fall. Crazy. First time in arenas. Pretty surreal feeling. And then we got another one after that, which we cannot say yet.
Is it even bigger? Is it even bigger than that?
No comment.
That's a smart answer, by the way.
Yeah.
Because there is no good answer to that question
absolutely
except
not.
the one you gave.
Yeah. Anyway, and lots of new music, too, pretty soon after the Billy tour. Yeah, bunch of exciting year.
I want to know how that happened, because I'm thinking Billy, for hit this tour specifically, had to hand pick who's coming on. So
yeah,
how'd that happen? Did he call you up and say, hey?
Do you know Allison Hagendorf?
Name sounds familiar.
I don't remember what her accolades were in the past. She was head of rock at Spotify. I do know that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, now I know who it is.
But I think she had Billy Corgan on her podcast, and she was talking about us. And
See, that's so cool.
Yeah, it was really sweet. She has championed us for a long time. Actually, the reason why we were at Rockville last year was because of her. Yeah, because she told Danny
I remember
about us.
you saying that last year, too.
Yeah.
So,
Can't give enough love to that woman. She is so sweet.
You know what else it proves? Okay, here's why I find this business. Don't be a dick to anybody.
Yeah.
Okay?
Wise
you just
words.
never know who you're talking to that may help you, no matter what part of the business you're in. Just be cool with everybody. It's funny. There's so many people in the years of me doing media that other media people, artists, that they'll be all like, they're a dick, they're a bitch. And then I meet them, and I'm like, what were those people talking about? So I'm a big believer. I don't let what other people say influence me. They may have had certain interaction, doesn't mean I'm going to.
For sure.
You know what? And we're just all out here doing it together, one big family. Why should we be throwing fucking hate on other people?
Yeah, and you're going to jive with some people better than you do with others. But just because you don't jive with someone doesn't mean that someone else will.
Exactly.
It is never a good idea to be
too small of a world.
Yeah, especially in rock music. We all want the common goal of it to be like just a huge thing again. So that's what we're out here doing, and Allison was such a huge help with that.
But you also have to have a lot of talent, because it doesn't matter who you're nice to if you don't have talent. So that proves something, that you guys really are bringing it back.
I will say that. Like, Graham and I grew up in like a small town in Texas, and we had zero idea of what we were getting into whenever we moved to LA and started doing music. And
culture shock.
A huge culture shock. And we just had to figure it out as we went. And thankfully, we had some people who believed in what we were doing and like the genuity of it. And we're just like, they want to help out. They want to help out this rock band who has no idea what the hell they're doing.
You must know what you're doing, because look at what's coming up, man.
We have it figured out a little bit more now, but I still feel like I know nothing in the grand scheme of things.
But that's the best way to think, because if you look at some of the icons, that's how they are. Like, I interviewed Skinner a couple times, and they have no idea they're Leonard Skinner. They're just good old boys that were laughing the whole interview, not taking anything seriously, but in a good way. Just don't take yourself too seriously, and you become an icon. I think that's true. If you're a true musician, take your craft seriously and everything else, just have a good time. If you're not having a good time, this is wrong frickin' business.
Yeah, totally right. Yeah.
And it does portray on stage when you perform. If you're really into it, and there's chemistry too, that's another thing. How many bands people like play with each other and hate each other? I can't even imagine that.
I know. That blows my mind.
That would suck. I would never do that. Okay, so here at Welcome to Rockville, I have a challenge for you. Well, not a challenge. It's just really a question. But 2 days ago, in awe and shock, I was watching the Dillinger Escape Plan. And the guitarist is pretty crazy. And he climbed up on the thing like about that high as that stairwell there with his guitar and jumped off.
Oh.
But he didn't just jump. He made himself fall. Like, he did it on purpose. He knew what he was doing. I don't know if he's a stuntman or something. Because he fell. And I'm like, holy shit. And it wasn't like he slipped. And I'm like, holy shit. And then he just kept playing. And got up and ran around.
He's like a cat. He's like those videos of those cats on like skyscapers fall off.
Exactly.
And they just keep running.
Exactly. That's exactly what he was. Any one of you want to like top that?
No.
How about...
That's crazy, because that band broke up for being too heavy and too taxing on their body the first time, and they're going right back to it.
Yeah, they have not calmed down at all, let me tell you.
They're like, we'll take a couple years off.
He was practicing first, though, because first he was just falling down there and tripping over the mic stand, and then he just threw the mic stand out in the crowd because he couldn't get up. And, I mean, he did do his warm-ups.
Yeah.
Ahead of time. But see, you could bring your skateboard out, and then you climb up that same thing and ride the rail. Well, he drops down into the drum set. That's like that's your intro, okay? Like, some people, like Green Day's playing this different music, other people's music, Metallica's playing Rawhide, whatever it is. You guys, he climbs up, he just waits, skates along the rail, comes down, and literally the skateboard drops down in the back of the set, and he just drops right into the seat,
That
into the
sounds
drum
like
stool.
My perfect dream.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, you would instantly be headlining arenas if you did that.
You hear this, guys?
I don't know how we're not thinking of this.
You gotta land it right though, because if you fall, then you'll
back to clubs.
Yeah, you're just back to clubs. Okay, you might be back to those like U-Haul trailer gigs.
Last year at Aftershock, I jumped off the drum riser, but the stage was like really sandy. So it was
Really?
like a little slippery, yeah.
Oh, so that was a
And-
little dangerous.
And yeah, it was really funny. I jumped off the drum riser and I instantly slipped and fell on my ass, and it was awesome. Yeah.
And then we made an edit of Graham where he just keeps falling over and over and over again.
And that's when Billy Corrigan called you.
I want
Ding ding.
Man. So I gotta say, since you brought up about the Sandy thing, and we were talking about Sonic Temple. Okay, so Sonic Temple, one of the stages, like the mosh pit was concrete, but not like straight up like the sidewalk. It had the gravel. That's the whole place was, but there was a mosh pit there. And I'll mosh almost anywhere, but that's just plain stupid. Because there's no way you can plant your footing. That's what you gotta do in the pit.
You will literally eat rocks.
Yeah, you cannot plant your footing with gravel.
Remember Turnstile at the Rose Bowl, right? Wasn't it there? It was a festival, Ain't No Picnic. And it was a dirt, patch in basically the pit. And people were just kicking up just, clouds of dust and dirt. And, when you left that pit, you walked out and just coughed up dirt. And you blew your nose and it was just, black.
That's me every weekend at a festival. That was me this morning. Let me get this shit out of me so I can do interviews today.
Yeah.
It is what happens. We call it festival flu. And it is a real thing. Every year, at the end, I'm like, why do I keep doing this? Because I can't breathe for 6 months.
Man's got to do it, man.
Got to do what you got to do. I did. It's funny you brought up the dirt because it was bringing back a memory of Rockville, 5 years ago. I think Under Oath was headlining the pre-party, and it was out by where merch is now, and it was like grass, but then there was dirt because there's a pit, so it was no longer grass. And I did go flying up in the air on my ass, one of those where the legs go up and you just and then I got up and continued moshing. Worry about it tomorrow.
I love seeing those videos of people just getting their shit rocked in the pit. It's just like a GoPro footage, and someone's just walking through, and then just wham!
Oh yeah, you gotta pay attention, man. See, I'm that dude with the big dudes that are trying to hurt people in the pit. Okay, because I'm a little dude. Little dudes are the best in the pit because you got these big guys, juice heads, that they're gonna pick on these little kids and little dudes in the pit like you're a big shot. And they don't even know how to mosh. They're just using their bullshit.
You can Charlie horse him.
What's great is, you can. That's easy. Punch them in the balls.
Yeah.
But I'll just come around the pit and then I'll get down like Mike Tyson low, come up with the elbow and keep going. By the time they even know they were hit, you're on the other side.
Dude, we hate to see Pipeman in the pit, bro. I do not want to be in a pit with Pipeman.
Just don't be a dick in the pit. If people fall, pick them up. Don't be that big dick. I was at Download a couple years ago, and there was one of those people, and there were 10 of us had to take him out of the pit. He kept trying. But then this one big dude walked up to him, and he's like, why don't you pick on somebody your own size? That dude did not step back in the pit the rest of the day. It was fucking phenomenal because he was going in there just trying to maim people a quarter of his size. What the fuck, man? Do that when you're bullying people at your school or wherever you're at, man. Don't do that in the mosh pit. Leave us alone.
People got a lot of pent-up anger that they like to take out.
No doubt. And the pit is about getting the stuff out without hurting people.
Yeah, totally.
And I like to make that very clear. People look at this stuff, have never been to it, and they're like, oh, you guys are pretty brutal with people, and you're like, blah, 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 whatever they say. And it's like, no, we're the most loving people, and we're just getting all that fucking trauma out without having to really beat the shit out of someone. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah.
It's about letting all the emotions of the music. It's like you just show that love for music, and you're like, oh, I gotta move.
Listen, I went through something last year that was pretty tragic, and the next day, I was in the Slayer pit at Riot Fest, and I let it all out. Everything that was bothering me, everybody I wanted to kill or unalive, never mind kill, but unalive. And I just let it out there in the pit, and then I felt fine.
Yeah, it's the place to do it at a rock show with your favorite band.
No doubt.
With the music that matches your
Saves you a lot of money, too, of 50 years of therapy. You just buy a Danny Wimmer Festival ticket.
Y'all know the videos? It's like men will do anything except go to therapy, and it's like slow-mo videos of mosh pits. You know what I mean?
Totally. That's great.
Yeah, dude.
I love it. Oh, man. So tell everybody how they can reach out to you guys, buy your merch, check out your shows. They got to buy your merch, or they can't listen to my show, or they'll meet me in the mosh pit, one of the two.
Social media, Return to Dust Band on basically everything. You can go to returntodust.com, check out our tour dates, our merch, our music. Return to Dust on Spotify. You get it. It's Return to Dust. That's it, man.
Nice.
Thank you, Pipeman.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
My pleasure. Oh, I have one more question for you.
We have one more answer.
She came from Canada, had some like scissor thing, and they stopped her and they wouldn't let her come through. Did they ever bust you for your tattoo that maybe that's a weapon? For everybody that doesn't know, he has a tattoo of a pair of scissors. I'd like to know the story about that tattoo, actually.
No,
I like to think they look at his arms and they're like, sir, you got to put those firearms away.
Yeah, maybe.
can't go through security with these guns.
I don't know. If I was TSA, I would think that you like did one of those like Rambo type things and buried the scissor in your arms, and you cut yourself open on the plane. And I can't say the rest.
That's super metal. No, I think I actually got these last year. I think at Rockville.
At Rockville.
Yeah.
See,
Or Sonic Temple. Yeah, I think it was Sonic Temple.
Nice.
And it was because of these Danny Wimmer Presents wristbands right here that are impossible to get off.
Oh,
And they don't let you carry any sharp objects or anything in
that's
here.
fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
I just can't even believe it. It's like perfectly like right there where you would cut it off. Oh my God.
Because these things are impossible to get off. Like otherwise, it's like literally putting
Totally.
a zip tie around your wrist and then not letting any sharp objects near.
So,
like 100
now
miles
you
of the
said
festival.
zip tie. Now I just got another idea. Like everybody that has the potential to get captured by a serial killer or something like that should have that scissors tattoo so that when they put the zip ties on, you can get yourself out of it and escape. What?
There's got to be a movie with this concept, right? Like you
If
have,
not, we're writing
you have like
one.
weapons.
Let's
that-
write one. You guys could write the theme music to it.
like your tattoos come alive and you use them as weapons. That's got to be a thing, right?
Because I hate to cut them, too, because I save all mine.
Yeah, totally.
So I'm always pissed that I have to cut them.
Yeah. Don't. Just leave
I
them
miss the
loose.
placards. Those are cooler.
Where's yours right now? Oh,
On
they're
this
so
side.
tight on there. How are you going to get those off?
No, this one maybe I could get off. I got that, I don't know, Fantastic Four thing going on where I can make maybe I can. Okay.
Anyways,
All right, man. You guys kill it here at Rockville. I know you will. And, man, I can't wait to see all the rest of this shit you're doing coming up. I want to know how you're going to top what you already talked about.
oh, dude.
People have to
Oh,
look it
man,
up.
it's coming, man. You're just staying ready for it, man.
Yeah, people have
coming.
to look for it. They
No.
have to follow you, and they have to check. Don't wait for it to come up on your feed. Just go to their socials, every one of them, every single hour, until you find the announcement.
I like it.
And tell everybody to follow, like the whole world, just for this announcement. And you
Oh,
might
yeah.
get a free pair of scissors if you do.
Maybe, yeah. If you're
Not a scissors tattoo. That's too expensive of a gift. Okay. Just a plain pair of scissors. You figure out what to do with it. All right, guys. Thanks a lot for being on the Adventures of Pipeman.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Thank you for listening to the Adventures of Pipeman on W4CY Radio.